I know some of y'all won't believe me, but this is how a dream changed my life forever. Got me to quit drinking alcohol and helped inspire a song. So back in 2023, I was a raging alcoholic. There was no doubt about it. I was drinking every day, waking up drinking, going to work drinking. I was drinking half a handle a day. Started out innocent, just like every other person. One beer here, one beer there, just drinking with the friends. Before you knew it, turned into drinking every day, drinking at home, drinking when I wake up, drinking before I went to do something, drinking before a family function. It got really bad. It got to the point where I was about to lose my family over it. In fact, she actually did. I remember waking up one morning and my wife and kids were gone. She packed her shit up and left, and she said, until you get your shit together, this ain't going to work. But anyways, I'm an alcoholic, lost my family. Let's get to the point here. The dream. The dream was the most real thing I've ever experienced in my life. I don't know if any of y'all have ever experienced sleep paralysis. I used to get it really bad, but this was like sleep paralysis on steroids. I remember waking up, even though I know I was dreaming, I know that I was awake, and I was in this pit of blackness, and I just remember the stench was unbearable. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't see, and it was like I was stuck on a loop. I remember I had a shovel and I was just digging a hole over and over and over, deeper and deeper, and I was just throwing all the liquor bottles and alcohol bottles into this hole, and I'd bury it back, and then boom, out of nowhere, alcohol would be right back there, and then I'd just be digging the hole and picking it up and throwing it in the hole, burying it, and just rinse and repeat over and over again. I was just stuck on this continuous loop. And it's like I couldn't break out of this trance. I knew exactly what I was doing, but I was just stuck. I could not break away from the shovel. I could not get away from the hole. And the entire time, I can feel this evil presence. And I was just scared and sad and remorseful. And I just can't explain the feeling that I had. And I just remember off in the distance, I could hear my wife and kids calling my name. My wife was obviously calling Logan, Logan, and my kids, so my daughters, they were screaming, Daddy, why are you doing this to us? Why do you keep doing this? And even though I hear them off in the distance calling for me, calling for help, I'm still just stuck in that loop. I'm just digging a hole, throwing the alcohol bottles in the hole, burying in the hole, digging it back up. There's the alcohol, throwing it back in the hole, burying the hole. I was just stuck on this loop, even though I can hear my family, see my family screaming for me, and they needed me. But it's like I was trapped and locked in. The alcohol had this grasp on me, and I could feel it. And that's when I started to feel this very ominous, evil presence kind of blanket into this dark pit. I'm still shoveling the alcohol. I can still hear my wife and kids screaming for me, but I just feel this very eerie presence. And I look over to my right, and I can see this hideous, I don't even know what to call it. It was just a demon. Is what I honestly believe it was a demon. And I remember it revealed its name to me. Its name was Luna. And the thing that stuck out the most to me, he says, do you see what you're doing right now? He said, you don't know it, but I've been poisoning you your whole life, and you've never even realized it. And when that thing said that to me, it's like it took my mind through a loop of my whole entire life. I could see my childhood. I could see every instance of my life, and it was I could see what he was talking about when he was poisoning me, and I didn't know it. It was through the music I was listening to, through the movies that I was watching, to the people that I was surrounding myself with, the relationships that I had, um, drugs and alcohol. It wasn't just the alcohol. It literally told me it was poisoning me from every direction, and I could finally see it with like these open eyes. But here I am. I'm still just shoveling this alcohol into a hole, and I can hear it now laughing at me. I can hear my wife and kids in the distance crying for me. I can hear this beast laughing at me, like it knew it had a grip on my life, and it knew it was dragging me down. It knew it had me. Well, anyways, I was able to pull myself out of this dream, and it's one of them dreams. A lot of people, even me myself, I'll forget dreams. Even that day, I'll forget the dream. But this dream, it's been 3 years now, and I'm summing it up, but I can still remember every detail of that dream. It was scary, and it really opened my eyes. And after I woke up, I re-evaluated my life. I was able to look at things differently, listen to music differently, watch movies differently, people who I surrounded myself with. But I remember that morning, standing over the sink, I was dumping the last handle of vodka down the drain, and think to myself, this is it. I'm not going to touch this anymore. So in a sense, this dream actually scared me sober. I'm not one of those people that are like, don't drink. You're going to go to hell if you drink. I'm not one of those at all. I could be around people drinking. It don't do anything for me anymore. I have no crave for it. I have no desire for it. Do I think you're going to go to hell for having a beer or two? No. I think when it grabs its teeth in you and it becomes a problem that you cannot live without, that's when it's got you, and that's when it's a problem. But I remember the next day, back to the dream, after I woke up and dumped the alcohol out, that night I remember I went to a church, I went to a pastor and told him about the dream, thinking he's going to think I'm freaking insane. Sounds insane. Just talking about it to y'all is now, it's slightly embarrassing, but I just feel like I need to share it. But I remember what he told me. He goes, demons don't do that. Demons don't reveal themselves to you. The demon told me his name. His name was Luna. And demons just don't do that. He said the only way for that to happen is if Jesus commands that demon to reveal himself to you. And I think that's what happened at that point. I think that my life was spiraling so out of control. And I was on the verge of losing my job, my family, my health was at risk, that Jesus had to intervene at that point. He came in and revealed the demon to me to scare me straight. But after that, I was able to stop drinking. I started eating healthier, losing weight. Found that I had more time to invest in hobbies. I got back into music. And actually, this dream is what inspired the new song, Never Learn. It's when it refers to the demons surrounding you. That's what I was talking about. You don't know, but there's a warfare around you 24/7, and they're just looking for that weakest point. And it don't have to be through alcohol. It can be through porn. It can be through TV shows. It can be through music. You got to keep your guard up, man. You got to keep and just listen to the song and explains that in the chorus. But anyways, I thought I had to share that with you. I know it's a short summary, but it's been 3 years now, and I think about it every day. And there's only select few people that I've ever told this because I'm afraid people are going to think that I'm insane. But it was very real, very much real, and I actually thank God for that, revealing that to me, because it really helped me clean my life up. So let me know if any of y'all have ever had any crazy encounters like that scared you straight in your life.